Okay, it looks like we are live. Hello, everybody. This is Chris from the Stewart Buzz, along with Kaylee,
Hey, everybody.
the famous Kaylee, by the way.
Famous.
By the way, just to let you guys know, that thing that looks like a sleeve, a tattoo sleeve, is not a sleeve. She draws that every day, and it's drawn onto her arm, which is quite amazing that she has the time to do that. But that's her. It's
I
not
don't
me.
sleep.
Right, exactly. Chaotic life. Speaking of chaotic lives, we have a conversation once in a while about the crazy things that people talk about, and some questions that we have asked. So we came to the mutual agreement that we wanted to talk about something that, to me, because I'm me and barely believe in psychics and stuff, the questions I find to be a little bit strange. But Kaylee, why don't you take it from here and explain?
Yeah, so I feel like, a lot of the questions that we get asked is, when you go home from reading, do you take spirit with you? Or when you're at home and you're watching TV, like, does spirit come to you? Or, what is the balance between, like, how do you balance what you do and your home life? And how do you kind of split the two? Are you constantly in reading mode? Like all those different questions, right?
I'm not even in a reading mode when I'm reading.
And you know what's interesting is this is a question I think I asked Jess like a long time ago, and I was like, how do you like go home and how do you turn that off? And she's like, well, it just, you can really just focus on like grounding, like just focus on where you're at.
And I don't even do that.
Yeah, I don't even think she just,
I just wanted to see if that comes across.
I remember that. I remember she talked about it, but then I think she just says she doesn't really know, like it just turns off.
Okay, so when I lock the door of the store, I know that rhymes, and I'm going to say it rhymes because I like that rhyming thing. When I close the door to the store, when I go home, I do nothing psychic. I don't watch psychic shows. I don't read psychic books. I don't do anything like that. I never have. If I was going to watch a psychic, it was probably to make fun of them. But anyway, like the one thing that irks me is one of the words you just said. Does spirit come home with you? Well, they're called spirits. There are more than one. Why do people keep on saying the word spirit? Spirit is here with me. Well, who the F is spirit? Is somebody with a name like that? Or why isn't there more than one? Do you just read one spirit and that spirit knows everything about everyone and it's only one spirit that you talk to?
I don't think people think about it like when they say it.
But you said it.
Right. But I don't think I thought about it when I said it.
But why not spirits? That Teresa chick, she does the same thing. Spirit is around me. Okay, yeah, shut up. But you said, well, does spirit follow you? The people speak like that as well, mind you, people in the store. So you're probably mimicking what the question was in the store. But I'm curious, do you feel it's just one spirit? Or do you think it's just a boatload of spirits?
Well, it definitely feels like a boatload of spirits because it feels very overwhelming.
It has to be a boatload of spirits. So this one spirit can't know everything. They don't know. It's impossible. It's. I'm supposed to look at it. This thing right here. I have no idea why. Oh. So it's literally insane that people think that it would be one spirit, or I'm very confused as to why they call it spirits. By the way, just so you know, no spirits follow me home, I take a special route and I lose them. I can see them follow me in the car behind me, and I just like I turn corners really fast and stuff like that. So no, that question, I do not necessarily do anything psychic outside the store. Now, that's the question I'm going to ask you, though. Do you do anything psychic or metaphysical at home? You're going to say yes.
No, I really don't.
So you don't do anything with a full moon thing? You don't?
Sometimes. So sometimes I'll do like a full moon thing. Last time I did that though was probably like 4 months ago. Like I haven't, like
I mean,
it's not like all
dancing on the beach naked in front of the full moon.
It's not like all the time. You know what I mean?
Do you have an altar?
No.
Do you have any crystals at home?
I have a lot of crystals.
Can you bring them here?
No.
Oh, it's a good try. I know she's got
some
one
crystals
big
here
ass
already.
crystal.
Two.
She's got a big ass crystal. So I have about 3 little crystals at home.
Amethyst.
That amethyst, I think in rose quartz. That's it. But that's it. And people say, well, why do you only have that? I said, well, number one, I need to sell the damn things, and I'm not going to take them home. Number two, I'm here more than I'm there. So I'm absorbing the crystals
Valid.
here more than I am there. And while you were here in this readings area and podcast area, I was sitting in the chair and I was watching something on YouTube. I fell asleep again. It calms me that much that I fell asleep in the chair, and I found myself falling asleep in the chair. And it might have been 10 minutes, and it's, oh my God. I do my watch. I'm like, oh, jeez, I did it again. It just calms me. It relaxes me. So when you are done, like the other day, I think you did a boatload of readings. Do you get tired from that?
Yeah, I do.
No, I get energized while I'm doing it. It's when I get home, I crash on the couch and fall asleep.
Yeah. I feel like when I'm walking back to my car when I leave here, it like hits me and like my brain is just like, you know, like I don't know, like it just turns off. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Now, I have one more question for
It's like
you.
I logged off for the day. Yeah.
I logged off. I have one more question for you. No, I have numerous questions, but this one is important. This thing here, so according to other people, I'm poking myself in the eye because they said there's a third eye here, the pineal gland.
The pineal gland.
Yeah, right. Why I call it a pineal gland here, I have no idea. But do you believe in that?
The pineal gland?
Well, I'm sure it's real, scientific-wise, but do you believe that people use that to read?
Well, I really think what the pineal gland really connects to, like your perception, right? Like you're just, I don't know, like I think that it really connects to your perception on things.
I don't think mine connects to any. I
don't think that when I go into reading,
disconnected.
when we go into readings, that that's what we're reading from. I think we read from our crown.
Right, I agree with you. I definitely my higher self, higher source, crown chakra, all the way. Now, I think at birth they disconnected my pineal gland, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it was disconnected. I think this is one little wire that's soldered on, and I think they snipped it. So I don't use it. I don't even know what it is.
They just threw it away.
I don't have it. So, I mean, there's parts of your body.
They threw it away with the umbilical cord.
That's right, because there is parts of your body that you can get rid of and still live. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So, like,
Like people's
there's
fingers and
no, but there's
their
extra
hands.
parts inside you. There's
Yeah.
extra parts.
Yeah, like a liver.
What? Why? Can you live without a liver?
No.
No, but there are some things that you can live without
Right.
inside your body. I'm just wondering why they decided to put that in. And when I go on vacation with my parents, I'm going to ask them, why did you add that? Unless over time, from caveman days, just like, if a lizard grew inside a cave where there was no light, over 200 or 300 years, that lizard would be born with no eyes. Did you know that?
No.
It's a fact. I watched that
That's really
on
interesting.
TV. So, if I were you, just a little bit of advice. Don't live in a cave for 200 years with
Yeah.
no light, because then you'll be...
You have no eyeballs.
Right.
Like a lizard.
That could be a problem. So, when you read, you're done. You say, here are my receipts. I gotta write this check out. I hate doing that. Yeah. It's not. So, and now you're done.
Well, no receipts today.
You're done now. You're done, and you don't want to do another reading again. So if somebody cut you off or met you outside, say, I need a reading. Can you do it for me? No, I'm done. I don't want to do any. Now, would you do a party, a psychic party?
I've done a psychic. I've done like Halloween parties.
You have, right?
Yeah, I've done Halloween parties.
Okay, so back in the day, when I was a young lad, I used to do with these gatherings. I tried to call them gatherings and not parties, because I find it extremely disrespectful when I bring up dead people and you're calling it a party. I mean, it's like, really? I'm going to tell Mrs. Jones that your husband is cheating on you, and it's a party? Oh, but I'm not supposed to say that? Mm-hmm. But I do, because that's what they pay me to tell them the truth, right? So I do. I tell them the truth, whether they like it or not. I don't perceive that to be a party, but I perceive it to be a gathering, so I'll read and I'll tell the truth.
Yeah, it's really interesting, because then at the party, like, they'll start crying. And then it's like...
they do. They
that happened to me, that last Halloween party I did. And then there was, like, ladies walking around just crying.
It's like, what'd she do? Hit you? I mean, what's wrong? Are you okay? But
I felt bad.
I've had, I'm going to use her word, a lot of...
ALOTTA. Get it right.
A lot of things. A lot of
A bunch of.
crying. Yeah, a bunch of... Oops. So I have almost, I would say about 85% of the people that I read end up crying.
Yeah.
That's my percentage. That's what I think. And then they say, oh my God, how do you do what you do? If you ask me that again and you're watching this video, I will smack you upside the head. I have no idea what I'm doing. I never knew what I was doing. I never read a book about being a psychic. I never took a class about being a psychic, and I don't even believe in freaking psychics. I think they're a bunch of phonies and frauds and profilers. What makes me different from them? Absolutely nothing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just sit in front of you and tell you shit, and that's just the way I do it. So when you come into the store, this is another one. I love when they do this. Tell me just a little something about me, just so I know. Just so I know you're real. See, I'm real. Well, I actually say to them, no joke, well, if you don't think I'm real, then I don't want to read you. Don't, you're not for me. You're not for me. No, I didn't mean an insult, but you didn't mean an insult? Okay, well, how is that how is that not an insult? When I say I am something, and you say, well, I might not believe you.
Because they're trying to manipulate you to do something.
That never happened to you?
Yeah, that's happened to me. The best is when I walk out and there's these old guys that sit out in this chair out here waiting for their wives to come out of the store, and they sit in the rocking chair, and I walk out and they look at me, and then they go, can you read my mind?
Well,
I just laugh. I'm just like,
yeah,
no.
You know what? You know what's funny is that they don't say that to me. They say it to a tall, beautiful blonde chick, but they don't say it to the little short, bald dude. I wonder what they're thinking. Maybe at one point, you should say, yes, I can, and you're a dirty old man. Just a joke, that should be said. That would be funny, don't you think?
I'm like, no. Every time.
Because, look at all those people that are probably going over. It's just like Kay the Genie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, Lord.
You might want to watch that.
I'll put you on mute if you want. Yeah, they're on there. Do you want to just walk over in just 2 seconds, and see if they want anything? If they really don't want anything, then forget it. But I'm gonna touch on the thing. It is, but it's just in case they wanted something that was of substance. So what we were talking about is that topic, but like how many? So don't go into a psychic shop and ask them if they're real. Don't go into a psychic shop and say, tell me something about me. Because we're not like circus sideshow people. We're just regular, ordinary humans that have the ability to reach just a little bit deeper than what you can do. Now, I do believe that everybody has the ability to be able to do what we do. I have mentored a few people and sort of brought them out of their shell. And a girl just came into me yesterday or the day before and said, you're not going to believe this, but the way you showed me. Now, mind you, I'll backtrack just a little bit. And she took some sort of class where she was told that she has to meditate for 20 minutes. She has to read with her eyes completely closed. Okay, really? Really? Because if I was sitting in front of you and you would just like grab your eyes completely closed and you're like meditating for 20 minutes before each reading, and she spent like $3,000 in this course, and it's like, are you kidding me right now? That's just insane. But people do that, and people spend more than that. People spend $5,000-$10,000 on this class of how to read, when all I did was just show her these shortcuts that I learned over the years of the way I read. Now, they're not profiling shortcuts. They're not profiling in any way. I've told rich people they're going to be homeless. I've told poor people they're going to be rich. And for the most part, it comes true. The people that are watching this right now can vouch for the things that I've said. I know one individual where she was talking about a guy who she was really good friends with, and I told her, I don't predict death, but I want you to read between the lines. And I said, you're not going to really be seeing him anymore. You're not going to be seeing him anymore. I said, what do you mean? I said, you're not going to be seeing him. Of course I am. He's my friend, and I'm going to see him as often as I can. I said, you're not going to be seeing him anymore. I think it was the next day or the day after. I can't remember when it was. maybe it could have been a week after. I don't know. Time is sort of irrelevant to me when I do my reading. But I got a text saying that he's gone. I'm like, no shit. He's gone. Gone. I guess that means she's not going to see him anymore. So I truly don't like to predict death, and I won't predict death, and I won't say somebody's going to die. If you go to a psychic and say, "Oh my God, you're going to die," or your brother is going to die, that is just just ethically wrong. That is God's job to say things like that. Definitely not ours, and it's not something that somebody should put inside somebody's head, because really that is a very, very deep subject to get into. So there are ways to say it. And if you ever did want to be mentored of how to do readings, you just have to, come over here and I'll help you out there. But I have to test you first. So some people just don't have it. Some people they can, but they can't seem to focus. And focusing is a really big deal. So just to give you a heads up, that's the way it works on mentoring. I can give them the shortcuts that I learned over the years, taught myself. Yes, the rest of my family are psychic mediums. I have my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my Aunt Lonnie. If you're watching this, hi, Aunt Lonnie, how you doing? She called me up and told me about my mom and stuff like that. How'd that work out? Did anybody get anything? Yes? Are you speaking English? Okay, put your headphone on so I don't squeal. Okay, how was that adventure of yours?
That was good.
It didn't seem like it. It looked like people are running around like little rats. There's somebody pulling on the door right now.
They were talking about what crystals would taste like what.
Oh, so the raw carnelian would taste like boneless spare ribs.
So they said that the fluorite would taste like pistachio. Close, actually.
This is the shit we need to deal with, really. I mean, like, seriously, right? Somebody's coming in wanting to know what the crystals would taste like if you were able to eat them.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that we have gummies in there that they can actually? Oh no, they were probably under 21, right?
They were, probably.
We don't need anybody under 21. Not that we don't respect anybody under 21, but you're not allowed to buy gummies from me. There was a whole bunch of people that got arrested for selling vapes for people under 21.
There was a couple places around here that closed down because not only were they selling things to people that weren't of age, but there was like drugs being sold out.
Psychedelics.
Yeah, and not just that, like even worse, like worse stuff, worse. They got raided.
You were about to say the word fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. If fentanyl kills, why would you take it?
Because people don't know that it's even in anything. It's in weed today, it's in Molly, it's in all these, everything you can think of.
Molly is somebody's name. What is a Molly?
I don't know. It's like a pill of some sort and a name.
Molly. May I have one Molly to go, please? That's crazy. Wow, it's 5 o'clock. And the sun is hitting me like directly in the eyes right now. So on closing, the initial question was, it's just the people that come in. So I have one individual that says, I want to read. She took out her tarot deck. She's been on this podcast before. I want to. You're not reading. You're not reading You just can't do it. I just wanted to see if that would come across on this thing. It shows up on here, but it doesn't show up on the recording for some reason. I don't know why. We need to get that fixed. I need to get a new one of these things, I guess. Any last words that you have, Kaylee?
Nope.
What's going on tomorrow, Kaylee?
I sound bad.
Are you doing readings here too?
I am.
Really?
So I'll be reading from 12 to 4, well, mainly 4:30 because I have instruments. So I have to set all of those
She's
up.
got instruments.
Yeah, and I like to take my time setting those up because it's...
Right. She moves my whole
I
podcast
literally
area and my
have to move
readings area.
everything.
And she never puts it back the right way.
You know what?
It's always an inch or two off. And I gotta come in, I gotta measure everything with a tape measure, put it right back to where it was because she doesn't know how to put it right back where it was. She should put little pieces of tape right where it is from the beginning. And this way she knows like where to put it. But she doesn't do that for some reason. I think maybe she has a little ADHD or some ADD because
Definitely.
So, the sound bath, do you get balanced by doing the sound bath? Or is your agenda just to balance them and you're not balanced? I'm kind of
It
curious.
definitely affects me, but my main, I don't know, I really don't think about it like all like that, you know? I just do it, and then when I do it, I really do hold space for them. So like whatever they may be experiencing, like I just kind of allow them to experience. You know, some instruments kind of throw people off, and they're like, you know, like they don't like certain instruments, and you just kind of have to hold
Do they
space
tell
for
you
them.
that?
It's happened one time, yeah.
What do they say? Oh my God, that's terrible.
They're like, I don't like it.
What instrument was that?
It was,
Was that the trumpet?
no, that was when that one guy came.
Oh, what the didgeridoo?
Yeah.
It was probably too
But what
loud,
they
right?
didn't, it was loud, but what people don't know is that's one of the first instruments ever created on this
I gotta
planet.
tell you, he did it inside the store. I wanted to hear him do it.
It was awesome.
I thought it was amazing.
It was great.
I mean, I looked at him like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was great, but the thing is what people don't understand is it's moving energy in your body. So if you feel anxious, if you feel angry, if you feel irritated, any of those things, like you're meant to feel that. Like that's meant to come to the surface. And so if people who haven't experienced a sound bath before experience that, that means it's really working for you. But what you're trying to, you're not realizing it. Yeah, you're fighting it. Like your body's like, you know, like your mind's just like, turn it off, like have it stop. And you're just like, you know, kind of moving around in your skin.
I loved it. I wish you would come back and do it again.
Yeah, that was really cool.
All right. Any last words?
Nope.
All right.
Y'all have a great day.
Say goodbye, everybody. See ya.